The notes of a soulful melody echo through the air, and you find yourself drawn into the music, entranced by the powerful combination of rhythm, lyrics, and emotion. The singer's voice resonates deeply, pulling at your heartstrings, offering a sense of hope, empowerment, and infinite possibility. As the song builds and reaches its climax, it seems to echo a truth, one that calls us to embrace change, to transform, and to step into the life we've always dreamed of. It's a moment to reflect, to breathe deeply, and to consider what your soul truly desires. This speech, then, is your invitation to explore and adopt transformative habits that will help you manifest the reality you seek. The first habit we must adopt is the simple yet often overlooked act of affirming our desires. Every morning when we wake up, we should remind ourselves of what we want, speak it into existence, and fill our minds with empowering words. The moment you start believing that what you want is already yours, that's when miracles begin to happen. It's more than just a self-help cliché. It's a powerful practice that taps into the unseen forces shaping our reality. Daily affirmations are not merely words spoken out loud, but a practice that aligns the conscious mind with the deeper, subconscious mind. It is an act of intentionally speaking to the highest version of yourself and calling it into the present. When we affirm our desires, we are essentially reprogramming our minds, reorienting ourselves towards a vision of success and abundance that exists in our deepest desires. It is this alignment that attracts everything we need to manifest our goals. What you speak becomes what you believe. This is the law of mentalism. What's held in the mind, whether positive or negative, will ultimately shape the material world. By repeating positive affirmations, you slowly begin to erode the old beliefs, the doubts, and the fears that once held you back. Your words become like seeds planted in the fertile soil of your mind, and with consistent repetition, they begin to grow, forming a new reality. The more often you speak your affirmations, the more deeply they root themselves within you, until they become second nature. Affirmations can be simple, yet powerful. I am worthy of success. I am deserving of love. Abundance flows freely into my life. But the key to powerful affirmations lies in the emotion they evoke. Simply repeating words without feeling them won't create lasting change. You must feel the words you speak deep in your soul. Imagine what it would feel like to truly live the life you are affirming. See yourself walking in your desired reality. Breathe in the joy and excitement, and allow that feeling to spread throughout your being. It's important to understand that affirmations are not just wishful thinking. They are a conscious declaration of your intentions. It's as though you're setting the universe's compass, directing your energy towards the life you want to experience. When you affirm something, you claim it. By speaking your affirmations out loud or in writing, you are committing yourself to the belief that you deserve your desires. You are choosing to break free from the patterns of limitation, replacing them with expansive thoughts of possibility. As you continue with your daily practice, remember that your affirmations should be framed in the present tense. Speak as though the desired reality is already in place. I am healthy, wealthy, and successful sends a message to your subconscious mind that this is the truth of your existence. It bypasses any doubts or fears by asserting that you are already living in alignment with your highest potential. Affirmations told in the present tense also activate the law of assumption, bringing your desires closer to you by conditioning your mind to see them as your current reality. Daily affirmations also create a sense of consistency and discipline. They provide you with a foundation upon which you can build the rest of your practices. It's easy to get distracted by the day's demands, but affirmations are a constant reminder to stay focused on what matters most: your vision, your goals, your life's purpose. When life seems chaotic or uncertain, affirmations provide clarity and anchor you back to your desired path. In the beginning, you may not feel the immediate effects of affirmations. Doubts may arise, and the old thought patterns may attempt to creep back in. But this is part of the process. Every time you speak your affirmations, you are strengthening the new neural pathways in your brain, retraining it to focus on abundance, possibility, and success. Over time, these new patterns will become your default mindset, and you will begin to notice shifts in your behavior, in your surroundings, and in the opportunities that appear before you. Another powerful aspect of affirmations is that they connect you to the energy of your desires. Every word you speak carries a vibration. And when you align your thoughts with positive, empowering affirmations, you are tuning into a frequency that matches the life you wish to create. It is as though you are broadcasting your desires to the universe, sending out a signal that will inevitably be answered. The more consistently you affirm your desires, the stronger that signal becomes, drawing everything aligned with your vision towards you. Affirmations are not confined to a specific time of day. While it is helpful to start your day with them, repeating your affirmations throughout the day reinforces your commitment to your goals. Whether you're driving to work, taking a walk, or preparing a meal, you can continue to affirm your desires. Each time you speak your affirmations, you reinforce your connection to your higher self, reminding yourself of the greatness that lies within you. The second habit is visualization, seeing and experiencing your dreams as vividly as possible in your mind's eye. Allow yourself to truly feel the emotions, to imagine what it feels like to achieve your goals, to savor the small details of your desired reality. This practice helps to break through the limits of ordinary consciousness, enabling you to live in a state of perpetual expectation for the best. And remember, the universe responds to every thought we hold. The more specific and intense your visualizations, the more the universe will align to support them. Visualization is not merely a fleeting daydream or a passing thought. It is an active, intentional practice of creating your desired reality in your mind before it manifests in the physical world. You see, everything begins in the mind. Every great achievement, every invention, and every success that has been brought into existence began as an idea in someone's mind. The act of visualization is your opportunity to align your internal world with the external one you seek to create. By seeing and feeling your desires in your mind, you begin to imprint them into the fabric of your subconscious, where they can begin to take root and eventually blossom into your reality. The key to effective visualization is to immerse yourself fully in the experience. It's not enough to just see a vague image of what you want, you must see it in vivid detail. Picture yourself living in the house of your dreams. Imagine the layout of the rooms, the color of the walls, the textures beneath your fingers. Feel the joy of walking through the door each day, knowing that you have created this space for yourself. Visualizing your goals is about engaging all your senses: sight, sound, touch, smell, and even taste. The more sensory rich the visualization, the more your mind and body will accept it as a real experience, and the stronger the pull it will have on your energy. Incorporate emotions into your visualizations. The emotional component of visualization is essential for its power. When you visualize your success, do not just picture the final result, feel the emotions associated with achieving it. Whether it's the exhilaration of receiving a promotion, the peace that comes with financial freedom, or the fulfillment of personal relationships, those feelings are what will fuel the manifestation. Emotions are a form of energy, and when you infuse your visualizations with powerful, positive emotions, you are sending a signal to the universe that this is what you desire, and this is what you desire, and this is what you are ready to receive. In addition to vividly imagining your desires, your visualization should also be infused with the belief that what you are visualizing is already yours. The universe responds to the energy you project, and the key to visualization is understanding that you are not just dreaming about something in the future, you are claiming it now. Picture yourself as if you are already living that life. For example, if you wish for a thriving business, imagine yourself running it with ease, interacting with clients, and feeling the satisfaction of success. By placing yourself in the present moment of that reality, you bring it into being much faster. Another powerful technique in visualization is to use your visualizations as a tool for overcoming obstacles. When you visualize, you are not only seeing the desired outcome, but also visualizing the steps you need to take to reach it. You are creating a roadmap in your mind that will help guide you when challenges arise. The more clearly you can visualize your path, how you'll handle obstacles, how you'll stay on course, the easier it becomes to take the necessary action in real life. A key element of visualization is repetition. Just as affirmations require consistency, visualization requires daily practice. The more often you visualize, the more deeply desires will be embedded in your subconscious. It's essential to create a ritual around your visualization practice, setting aside time each day to sit quietly, relax, and focus on your goals. During these moments, you step into your desired reality fully and completely. Whether it's in the morning before starting your day, or at night just before sleep, make this practice a non-negotiable part of your routine. Visualization, like any skill, becomes more powerful with consistent use. Visualization also works by amplifying your belief. When you consistently visualize yourself achieving your goals, you begin to solidify the belief that it is possible for you. The subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. So every time you picture yourself in your ideal situation, you are reinforcing the belief that it's not only possible, but it's already happening. Additionally, visualization taps into the law of attraction, the principle that like attracts like. When you focus on the positive emotions of already having what you desire, you naturally align with those same frequencies in the universe. This alignment causes the universe to mirror back the experiences, people, and opportunities that match your mental and emotional state. Lastly, remember that visualization is a tool of focus.in a world full of distractions. Visualizing your desires brings you back to what matters most, helping you tune out the noise and center yourself on your goals. It provides clarity and a sense of purpose, reinforcing the idea that you are worthy and capable of creating the life you desire. It is in these moments of clarity that the universe will begin to unfold opportunities and synchronicities that align perfectly with the path you visualized. The third transformative habit to embrace is gratitude journaling, a practice that shifts your focus from what is lacking to the abundance that is already present in your life. Gratitude is a powerful force because it changes the frequency of your energy. When you express gratitude, you immediately align yourself with a higher vibration, one that attracts more of what you appreciate. The key to manifesting your desires is to embody the energy of the thing you wish to attract. And the quickest way to embody that energy is by being thankful for the blessings, both big and small, that are already a part of your life. Gratitude journaling is not just about writing down a list of things you are thankful for. It's about truly feeling the emotion of gratitude as you write. Each word should be written with intention and with an open heart. You are not just acknowledging the things you are grateful for, but you are also immersing yourself in the emotional state of having them. This simple act of journaling sends out a vibration of abundance into the universe, signaling that you are open to receiving even more blessings. The more gratitude you express, the more the universe responds by delivering more experiences, people, and opportunities that will deepen your sense of gratitude. When you begin your gratitude journaling practice, it's important to focus on the positive aspects of your life, no matter how small they may seem. You might start by writing down things such as the comfort of your home, the love of your family, or the beauty of nature that surrounds you. These are the simple, everyday things that we often overlook. However, these are the things that make life rich and full. By bringing your attention to them, you begin to create a mental habit of looking for things to appreciate, which shifts your focus away from what's missing in your life and trains your mind to recognize the abundance that already exists. As you continue to journal, aim to dig deeper into your gratitude practice. Don't just write about the obvious things like the roof over your head or the food on your table. Dig deeper into the emotional and personal aspects of your life. For instance, you might express gratitude for your personal growth, your ability to overcome challenges, or the wisdom gained from difficult experiences. Each time you take the time to reflect on these deeper aspects of your life, you reinforce the understanding that everything, even challenges, is a part of your journey and contributes to your growth. Gratitude journaling also helps you stay grounded in the present moment. When you focus on what you're thankful for, you are fully immersed in the present, rather than worrying about the future or ruminating on the past. It helps break the cycle of anxiety and fear that often arises from thinking about what you don't yet have. By appreciating what you already have, you build a sense of fulfillment, which then opens up the space for more good to flow into your life. Your subconscious mind begins to align with the energy of abundance, and this energetic alignment manifests in your reality. Another powerful aspect of gratitude journaling is the ability to reframe your perception of challenges. Instead of viewing challenges as roadblocks, you begin to see them as opportunities for growth. When you express gratitude for the lessons you've learned from past difficulties, you shift your perspective from one of resistance to one of acceptance and understanding. This shift in perception enables you to handle future challenges with greater ease and confidence, knowing that each experience, no matter how challenging, is helping to refine and shape you into the person you are becoming. The consistency of gratitude journaling amplifies its power. The more you practice, the more it becomes ingrained in your daily life. Set aside time every day, whether in the morning or before bed, to write down your gratitude. Create a sacred space for your journaling, a quiet moment where you can reflect on your day and give thanks. This practice not only strengthens your connection to your desires, but also enhances your ability to notice the small miracles that occur every day. When you actively seek out the things to be grateful for, you train your mind to become more optimistic, focused, and resilient. Over time, gratitude becomes a lens through which you view the world, and your external reality begins to mirror the positive shift that has occurred within you. To deepen your practice, you can also make gratitude journaling more creative. For example, write about a specific situation or event that brought you joy, and include the sensory details, the sights, sounds, and feelings you experienced. Reliving the moment in such vivid detail helps to anchor that experience in your subconscious mind, making it even more powerful. You can also write letters of gratitude to people who have positively impacted your life, even if you don't send them. This helps to cultivate a deeper sense of connection and appreciation for others. As you continue with your gratitude journaling, remember that the goal is not just to accumulate a list of things you're grateful for, but to create a habitual shift in your energy. It's about cultivating an attitude of abundance that naturally attracts more of what you want. Gratitude is not a one-time practice, it is a mindset, a way of being. By committing to a daily gratitude journaling practice, you're opening the door to greater prosperity, joy, and fulfillment. Each day you spend reflecting on the blessings in your life, you are creating space for more of those blessings to flow freely into your reality. The fourth habit that can profoundly change your life is mindfulness and presence, the ability to be fully immersed in the present moment without distraction or judgment. Mindfulness is not simply about being aware of the world around you, but about engaging with it consciously and with intention. It is about cultivating the ability to tune out the noise, both external and internal, and to center your awareness in the here and now. This habit allows you to experience life more deeply, to savor the richness of every moment, and to approach every situation with clarity and calm. Being present is more than just a mental exercise, it's an embodied experience. When you are present, your awareness becomes fully attuned to what's happening around you and within you. It's about fully experiencing your emotions, thoughts, and sensations without trying to change or control them. You see, many of us live much of our lives on autopilot, going through the motions without truly experiencing the moment. We're either lost in thoughts about the past or anxious about the future, missing the beauty and the potential of the present moment. By practicing mindfulness, you bring yourself back to the present, where all your power lies. Mindfulness is about developing a heightened awareness of your thoughts and emotions. Rather than reacting impulsively or automatically to the circumstances around you, mindfulness encourages you to pause and observe. You become the observer of your thoughts, the witness to your emotions, without becoming entangled in them. This allows you to respond thoughtfully and intentionally to any situation, rather than being swept away by stress, frustration, or fear. In doing so, you reclaim your power, because you recognize that you are not your thoughts or emotions, they are simply temporary experiences that come and go. When you practice mindfulness, you also learn to observe your body with greater awareness. Every sensation, every breath, every movement becomes an opportunity to reconnect with yourself. You begin to notice the subtle cues your body gives you, whether it's tension in your shoulders, tightness in your chest, or a sense of ease and relaxation. These physical sensations offer valuable insight into your emotional and mental state, and they guide you in making conscious choices that support your well-being. By being mindful of your body, you become more attuned to your needs and more empowered to take care of yourself. Another key aspect of mindfulness is the practice of acceptance. Mindfulness invites you to accept things as they are, without judgment. It's easy to fall into the trap of wanting things to be different, of wishing for circumstances or people to change. But mindfulness teaches you to accept the present moment as it is, knowing that change comes when you stop resisting it. This acceptance doesn't mean you're passive or complacent, rather. It means that you are willing to meet life where it is, without trying to force it into a different shape. It is in this acceptance that true growth and transformation take place. When you accept where you are, you create the space for things to shift in the direction you desire. Mindfulness also cultivates a deeper connection to your surroundings. When you are truly present, the world around you takes on new significance. The rustle of leaves in the wind, the sound of birds singing, the warmth of the sun on your skin, these small, everyday experiences become sources of joy and gratitude. When you engage fully with the present moment, you recognize the beauty in the simplest of things. This connection to the present moment brings a sense of peace and contentment, because you realize that the present is the only moment that truly exists. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. All you can ever truly experience is the now. One powerful technique for cultivating mindfulness is to focus on your breath. Your breath is always with you, a constant anchor to the present moment. By taking a few moments each day to consciously breathe, you activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which calms your mind and relaxes your body. This simple practice of focusing on your breath helps to quiet the chatter of your thoughts and brings you back to the present moment. It's a tool you can use at any time, whether you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or distracted. By bringing your attention to your breath, you create space for clarity and calm to emerge. Mindfulness also deepens your ability to experience life with a sense of wonder. When you are truly present, you begin to notice things you might have overlooked before. You might find yourself marveling at the intricacy of a flower, the play of light on water, or the laughter of a child. These moments of awe are reminders that life is full of magic and beauty, and they help you stay grounded in a state of appreciation. Mindfulness reconnects you to the world around you, allowing you to see it in a fresh and vibrant way. A crucial element of mindfulness is practicing it consistently. It's easy to forget to be present when life gets busy, or when your mind is filled with distractions. However, mindfulness is a habit that, like any other, grows stronger with regular practice. It can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths before responding to an email, being fully present with the person you're talking to, or taking a mindful walk in nature. The more you integrate mindfulness into your daily routine, the more natural it becomes to stay present throughout the day. As you cultivate the habit of mindfulness, you will begin to notice profound shifts in how you experience life. You'll feel more grounded, more centered, and more in tune with your thoughts, emotions, and body. You'll have greater clarity and focus, and you'll find that you can navigate life's challenges with greater ease. The present moment becomes a source of strength and calm, and you'll find that you are able to respond to life with greater wisdom and grace. The practice of mindfulness opens up a world of possibility, and it is through this deep presence that you begin to manifest the life you desire. The fifth transformative habit to adopt is forgiveness, a practice that has the power to release you from the chains of resentment and anger and open the door to peace, healing, and emotional freedom. Forgiveness is often misunderstood as excusing or forgetting the wrongs done to you. In truth, it is a profound act of self-liberation. Forgiveness is not about the other person, it is about you. It is about releasing the emotional hold that past wounds have over you, so that you can move forward with your life unburdened and free. The more you hold on to grudges, the more power you give to those who hurt you, and the more you prevent yourself from moving into a space of personal growth and happiness. Forgiveness begins with recognizing the pain and the hurt that has been caused. It's essential to acknowledge the emotions you're feeling, the anger, sadness, disappointment, or betrayal, and give yourself permission to fully experience them. Suppressing these emotions or pretending they don't exist only prolongs the pain. By allowing yourself to feel the weight of your emotions, you are taking the first step toward healing. This is where forgiveness begins, not with the other person, but with your own willingness to face the truth of your feelings without judgment. Once you acknowledge the hurt, the next step in forgiveness is choosing to let go of the negative emotions that are holding you back. It's important to understand that holding on to anger and resentment does not punish the other person, it only harms you. These emotions weigh you down, robbing you of your energy and peace of mind. By choosing to forgive, you are giving yourself the gift of emotional freedom. It's a choice to release the grip of past pain, and in doing so, you create space for new, more positive experiences to enter your life. Forgiveness does not mean you condone or approve of the wrongs done to you. It simply means that you are no longer allowing those wrongs to control your emotional state or your life. It is an act of reclaiming your power. When you forgive, you are not denying the hurt or pretending it didn't happen. You are simply choosing to no longer allow it to define your present or future. Forgiveness is a process of accepting what happened, learning from it, and then choosing to move forward with a heart that is free from bitterness and resentment. Another essential element of forgiveness is understanding that people act out of their own pain, fears, and limitations. When someone wrongs you, it is often a reflection of their own internal struggles. This does not excuse their behavior, but it allows you to see them as human beings who, like you, are navigating their own challenges. By recognizing this, you can begin to separate their actions from your worth and your happiness. Forgiveness is, in essence, a way of releasing the other person from the grip of your judgment, allowing them to be imperfect just as you are. This understanding shifts your perspective from anger to compassion, from victimhood to empowerment. Forgiveness is not only about letting go of past hurts, but also about releasing any grudges you may be holding against yourself. Many of us carry around guilt, shame, or regret for past mistakes, and these emotions can be just as heavy as the ones we carry from others. When you forgive yourself, you free yourself from the past. You accept that you are human, that you make mistakes, and that you are worthy of love and compassion despite them. Self-forgiveness is crucial, because without it, you cannot truly move forward. You must learn to release the weight of your own perceived shortcomings and embrace the fact that you are constantly evolving and growing. The act of forgiveness is also deeply tied to your sense of inner peace. When you forgive, you release the emotional charge associated with past experiences. This allows you to live in the present moment without being haunted by past wounds. The energy that was once spent on holding on to grudges is now freed up to be used in more constructive ways, such as focusing on your goals, nurturing relationships, and pursuing your passions. Forgiveness creates an emotional space that fosters peace, clarity, and well-being. Forgiveness is not always a quick or easy process. It is often a journey that requires patience and repeated effort. Some wounds may take longer to heal, and some people may be harder to forgive than others. However, it is important to remember that forgiveness is not an event, but a process. It is not something that happens overnight, but something that you consciously work towards each day. As you begin to forgive, you may notice that the pain begins to soften and the anger begins to dissipate. With time, the negative emotions that once dominated your thoughts and feelings will lose their power over you, and you will find yourself more at peace. One powerful technique for cultivating forgiveness is to practice mindfulness and self-compassion. When you experience feelings of anger, resentment, or guilt, take a moment to pause, breathe, and acknowledge those feelings without judgment. Recognize that these emotions are natural, but they do not have to control you. From this place of awareness, you can then choose to let go of the negative emotions that are no longer serving you. You can replace them with compassion for both yourself and others. This mindful approach allows you to process your feelings with greater clarity and grace, making the process of forgiveness more accessible and more effective. It's also helpful to engage in visualization techniques when practicing forgiveness. Imagine yourself surrounded by a warm, healing light and visualize the person or situation that has caused you pain. Picture yourself releasing the emotional grip you have on them and allow the forgiveness to flow freely from your heart. See the other person as they are, with their own struggles, and offer them compassion and understanding. As you do this, you will begin to feel lighter, as though a burden has been lifted from your shoulders. This act of visualization is a powerful way to reinforce the process of forgiveness and to solidify your commitment to healing. Forgiveness, when practiced consistently, creates an inner landscape of peace and strength. It allows you to rise above past grievances, empowering you to live in a state of emotional freedom. When you forgive, you are no longer bound by the chains of resentment, guilt, or anger. Instead, you step into a place of power, where you are free to create and manifest the life you desire. By embracing forgiveness, you open the door to true emotional liberation, where your heart can heal, your mind can be at ease, and your life can unfold with grace and purpose. The sixth transformative habit is setting intentions, an incredibly powerful tool in shaping your reality. Setting an intention is not just about making a wish or hoping for something to happen. It's about deliberately and consciously directing your focus and energy toward the life you want to create. When you set an intention, you are taking a proactive step toward aligning your thoughts, actions, and emotions with the desired outcome. The clarity and focus that comes with intentional living are transformative, because it signals to the universe that you are ready for change and growth. The first step in setting a powerful intention is understanding the deeper connection between your thoughts and your reality. Every intention you set is a reflection of your inner desires, your values, and what you believe is possible for you. To truly set a meaningful intention, you must first take time to connect with yourself and ask, "What do I really want?" This question goes beyond superficial desires or fleeting wants. It's about connecting with your soul's calling and uncovering what will truly fulfill you on a deep and lasting level. Once you have clarity on your deepest desires, you can move forward with greater confidence and conviction. Intentions are most powerful when they are specific and aligned with your authentic self. Vague or unclear intentions can create confusion and lack direction. Instead, take time to clearly define what you want to manifest in your life. This could be a career change, a healthier lifestyle, or a more fulfilling relationship. The more precise your intention, the more effectively you can direct your energy toward it. When your intention is clear, your subconscious mind has a much easier time working to bring it into reality. It becomes a guiding light, a purpose that drives your decisions and actions, aligning your reality with your desires. Setting intentions is also an act of self-empowerment. It's about recognizing that you are the creator of your own life. Too often, people live in reaction to circumstances, letting external events dictate their moods, thoughts, and actions. Setting an intention flips this dynamic, giving you control over the process. When you set a clear intention, you are not waiting for life to happen to you, you are actively shaping your experience. This feeling of agency is incredibly empowering and reminds you that your future is in your hands. The moment you take ownership of your life and start setting intentions, you begin to tap into your limitless potential. Another key aspect of setting intentions is the act of aligning your actions with your desires. It is one thing to set an intention, but it is another to actively move toward it. Intentions require more than just positive thinking. They require effort, commitment, and consistency. Your intention acts as a guiding force, but it's up to you to take the necessary steps to bring it into existence. This might mean taking action, seeking out opportunities, or developing new habits that support your goal. Intentions are not passive. They are the foundation of a dynamic and intentional life that requires your active participation. In addition to taking action, setting intentions requires you to maintain a mindset of trust and openness. Often people set intentions and then become fixated on the how or when. While it's important to know what you want, it's equally important to trust that the universe or your inner guidance will guide you to the right path. This requires a level of surrender and understanding that the journey to manifesting your desires may not look exactly as you expect. It's a practice of being open to new opportunities, unexpected synchronicities, and different ways of achieving your goals. Trusting the process allows you to remain flexible and adaptable, even when things don't unfold exactly as planned. Setting intentions also involves practicing patience. The process of manifestation can take time, and it's easy to become discouraged if things don't manifest right away. However, remember that the universe is always working behind the scenes to align everything in your favor. It's essential to maintain faith and not to give up when results are slow. In the meantime, continue to take inspired action, remain committed to your intention, and trust that your desires are on their way. Patience is an integral part of the manifestation process, and cultivating it allows you to enjoy the journey rather than focusing solely on the destination. One of the most powerful practices in setting intentions is the use of visualization. When you visualize your intention, you are programming your subconscious mind to accept your desire as already true. The more vivid and detailed your visualization, the more effectively it will align your mind with your goal. For example, if you are setting the intention to manifest a new career, take time to visualize yourself in the role you desire. Imagine the feeling of success, the environment, the people around you, and the satisfaction that comes with fulfilling your purpose. The more you immerse yourself in this visualization, the more real it will feel to you, and the more likely you are to see opportunities manifest in your external reality. Intentions also have the power to transform your mindset. When you commit to setting and living with intention, you become more mindful of your thoughts and actions. You begin to notice when you are drifting off course, or when your thoughts and actions are not aligned with your goals. This mindfulness helps you make conscious choices that keep you moving in the direction of your desired reality. As you continue to set and align your actions with your intentions, you will find that your life begins to unfold with more purpose, clarity, and fulfillment. Ultimately, setting intentions is about cultivating a mindset of possibility and empowerment. It is about recognizing that you have the power to create your life, and that your thoughts, feelings, and actions are the tools that help you manifest your deepest desires. When you set an intention, you are not simply wishing for something to happen, you are laying the foundation for the life you want to create. And with each intention you set, you move closer to living a life that is aligned with your highest potential. As you continue to set clear and purposeful intentions, you will begin to see the transformative power of this practice as your desires begin to materialize in ways you never thought possible. The final transformative habit to change your life forever is self-discipline. This habit is the cornerstone upon which all other habits are built. Without self-discipline, even the most powerful intentions, the most heartfelt gratitude, and the most focused actions will not come to fruition. Self-discipline is the bridge between what you desire and what you achieve. It is the ability to stay focused on your goals, despite distractions or temporary discomfort, and to maintain consistent effort over time. In essence, self-discipline is the ability to master yourself, to stay true to your values, and to commit to the long-term vision for your life, no matter what obstacles arise. Self-discipline starts with understanding your priorities and your purpose. When you are clear about your why, the discipline to stay on course becomes easier. Without a clear purpose, it is easy to fall prey to distractions or lose motivation when the going gets tough. When you are driven by a deep, unwavering sense of purpose, your actions are no longer reactive, they are intentional and aligned with your highest desires. This purpose fuels your discipline, providing a constant reminder of why you need to stay focused. Self-discipline thrives in the presence of clarity, for when you know exactly what you want to achieve, you can dedicate your energy and effort to that single goal. Self-discipline is also the ability to delay immediate gratification for long-term rewards. In today's fast-paced world, we are constantly surrounded by distractions, instant pleasures, and quick fixes. Whether it's the lure of social media, the desire to indulge in unhealthy habits, or the temptation to procrastinate, these distractions can derail your progress. However, self-discipline allows you to resist these temptations and stay focused on the bigger picture. It's about making the choice to invest in your future self rather than indulging in fleeting desires. This might mean saying no to short-term pleasure in order to build the skills, habits, and mindset that will lead to lasting success. The practice of self-discipline also requires an awareness of your weaknesses and the ability to take proactive steps to minimize their impact. This means recognizing when you are likely to fall off track and creating systems, routines, and habits to keep you grounded. If you know that you struggle with procrastination, for example, you can set clear boundaries around your time, eliminate distractions, and create a structured schedule to ensure that you stay focused on your goals. Self-discipline is not about being perfect, but about creating the conditions in which success becomes inevitable. By understanding your personal challenges and addressing them head-on, You make it easier to maintain your focus and commitment. A key component of self-discipline is consistency. It is not enough to practice self-discipline sporadically or when it's convenient. True transformation happens when you consistently show up for your goals, day after day, even when motivation wanes. This consistency compounds over time, gradually turning small, daily actions into monumental results. Every small effort you make adds up, and eventually, those efforts will accumulate into massive changes in your life. It's the consistent practice of self-discipline that creates momentum and fosters the kind of success that feels effortless in the long run. Self-discipline also involves understanding the importance of rest and balance. While discipline requires consistent effort, it also requires the wisdom to know when to rest and recharge. Pushing yourself too hard without taking time for recovery leads to burnout and exhaustion, which can sabotage your long-term success. True self-discipline involves creating a balance between work and rest, knowing when to push forward and when to step back. This balance helps you sustain your efforts over time, ensuring that you remain focused and energized as you pursue your goals. Rest is not a sign of weakness, it is a vital part of the process of self-discipline that allows you to recharge and continue with renewed strength and clarity. Another crucial aspect of self-discipline is self-compassion. Often we are our harshest critics, and when we fail to live up to our own expectations, we can be quick to judge ourselves negatively. However, self-discipline is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about being able to acknowledge when you've slipped, learn from the experience, and get back on track without self-blame or guilt. The key is to recognize that setbacks are not failures, they are simply opportunities to grow. Self-compassion allows you to maintain a positive relationship with yourself, even when things don't go as planned. This mindset helps you to stay motivated and committed, rather than being derailed by frustration or discouragement. To strengthen your self-discipline, it's also helpful to surround yourself with supportive people and environments. The people you spend time with can have a profound influence on your discipline. If you are constantly surrounded by individuals who lack focus or motivation, it will be more difficult to maintain your own discipline. Conversely, when you surround yourself with people who are disciplined, goal-oriented, and committed to growth, their energy will inspire you to stay on track. Additionally, creating an environment that supports your goals, whether it's a clean and organized workspace, an inspiring morning routine, or the removal of distractions can make a significant difference in your ability to stay disciplined. Self-discipline also involves learning to manage your emotions. It's easy to be disciplined when everything is going well, but true self-discipline is tested during moments of stress, frustration, or fear. When negative emotions arise, it's important to have the tools to stay centered and focused. This might involve practicing mindfulness, deep breathing, or affirmations to calm your mind and regain control of your emotions. Emotional resilience is a key aspect of self-discipline, as it helps you maintain a positive mindset and stay committed to your goals, no matter the circumstances. Self-discipline is a lifelong practice. It is not something that can be achieved overnight, nor is it a skill that remains static. It is a continual process of learning, growing, and refining your ability to stay focused and committed. As you develop this habit, you will find that your capacity for self-discipline grows stronger and your life begins to shift in ways you never thought possible. The more you practice self-discipline, the more powerful you become, unlocking the limitless potential that resides within you. In conclusion, the transformative habits we've discussed today, daily affirmations, visualization practice, gratitude journaling, mindfulness, forgiveness, setting intentions, and self-discipline, are the key to unlocking your highest potential and changing your life forever. Each of these habits, when practiced consistently and with intention, creates a powerful shift in your mindset, your actions, and ultimately your reality. It is important to remember that transformation does not happen overnight. It is a journey, a process that requires patience, persistence, and a commitment to continuous growth. But every small step you take toward incorporating these habits into your daily life brings you closer to the person you are destined to become. You have the power to reshape your world, to live the life you've always dreamed of, and to become the best version of yourself. As you embark on this journey, know that challenges will arise and setbacks will occur, but each obstacle is an opportunity for growth. Stay committed, trust the process, and continue to embody the transformative habits that will shape your future. The power to change your life is within you. It has always been within you. Now is the time to act, to believe in your potential, and to take the necessary steps to create a life filled with abundance, success, and fulfillment. The transformation you seek is already happening, one habit at a time. You are the architect of your own destiny, and the life you desire is waiting for you to claim it. Imagine a vast ocean stretching endlessly before you. The waves crash, and the wind howls, but amidst the chaos there is a ship, your ship. It's battered, yes, but it sails onward. Why? Because it is guided by an unshakable belief you're going to win. Success is often portrayed as a distant goal, something that we must work tirelessly to reach. Society tends to define success by tangible milestones, money, status, recognition, and many believe that once these are achieved, they will have reached the pinnacle of success. But true success is not a destination to arrive at. It is a mindset that you carry with you through every step of your journey. This mindset shapes your attitude toward challenges, your approach to failure, and your overall perspective on life. When you begin to see success as a mindset rather than a singular endpoint, it changes the way you navigate the world. You no longer focus solely on the outcome. Instead, you embrace the process. This shift in thinking allows you to find joy in the work itself and to appreciate the lessons learned along the way. Success, then, becomes a series of moments rather than one final moment. It is in the small wins, the incremental improvements, and the perseverance through difficulties that true success is found. At the core of the success mindset is the belief that growth is constant. You may have a goal, but the pursuit of that goal is not the final measure of your success. It is the person you become in the process. As you move toward your objective, you are constantly evolving, acquiring new skills, expanding your perspective, and building resilience. Success is about becoming the best version of yourself, not merely achieving a predefined outcome. This mindset encourages a focus on progress rather than perfection, on the journey rather than the destination. Adopting a success mindset means understanding that setbacks are an integral part of the process. In fact, they are essential to growth. The path to success is rarely a straight line. It is filled with obstacles, detours, and moments of doubt. However, when you view success as a mindset, you begin to see these obstacles not as failures, but as opportunities for growth. Each challenge you face teaches you something valuable, whether it's a lesson in patience, problem solving, or perseverance. This perspective allows you to stay motivated, even when things don't go as planned. You begin to see every difficulty as a necessary part of the process that ultimately contributes to your success. Moreover, a success mindset involves a deep sense of self-belief. It is not about the external validation you receive or the approval of others, but about your own trust in your abilities. When you trust yourself, you are willing to take risks, push your boundaries, and step into the unknown, knowing that you are capable of navigating whatever comes your way. Self-belief also means having the courage to fail. It is about understanding that failure is not an indication that you are not good enough, but rather a stepping stone to eventual success. Failure, from this perspective, becomes a necessary feedback mechanism, a way to recalibrate, adjust, and try again with greater knowledge and insight. In addition to self-belief, the success mindset is characterized by a sense of purpose. Knowing why you are pursuing something provides the energy and motivation needed to stay the course. This purpose gives meaning to the hard work and sacrifices along the way. Without a clear sense of purpose, it becomes easy to lose sight of your goals and become discouraged by the inevitable difficulties. Purpose acts as a compass, guiding you back to your true north when distractions and doubts try to pull you off course. Success as a mindset also involves being adaptable. The world is constantly changing, and so are we. A rigid approach to success can lead to frustration and burnout when things don't go as expected. The key is to remain flexible, adjusting your strategies and approach when needed. Success-minded individuals do not cling to their plans out of fear of change, they embrace it. They understand that adaptability is a critical skill that enables them to continue moving forward, even when the landscape shifts unexpectedly. Furthermore, a success mindset is deeply rooted in gratitude and the ability to see abundance. When you approach life with gratitude, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you already have. This shift in perspective creates a positive feedback loop, where the more you appreciate, the more you attract into your life. Gratitude enhances your ability to recognize the small victories along the way, making the journey itself feel more fulfilling. It is a reminder that success is not just about achieving something, but also about appreciating the growth, experiences, and opportunities you encounter on the way. Ultimately, success is about having the right mindset that enables you to thrive no matter where you are or what challenges you face. It's about knowing that success is not a destination that you reach one day, it's a way of being, a lens through which you view the world. When you embrace success as a mindset, you free yourself from the constraints of external validation and open yourself up to a life of continuous growth, purpose, and fulfillment. It's a mindset that transforms every moment into an opportunity for success. Life is unpredictable, and for most of us, it is not a smooth, uninterrupted journey toward success. There are times when things don't go as planned, when the doors we hoped would open remain shut, or when we face challenges that feel insurmountable. In moments of hardship, it's easy to feel discouraged, to wonder whether we are on the right path, or whether we'll ever overcome the obstacles in our way. However, it's essential to recognize that every setback, no matter how painful or disheartening, is not an end, but a necessary part of your story is set up for a comeback. The idea of a comeback isn't just about bouncing back to where you were before, it's about coming back stronger, wiser, and more determined than before. Setbacks are not merely obstacles, they are opportunities in disguise. Moments of growth that challenge us to dig deeper, to refine our approach, and to strengthen our resolve. Understanding this fundamental truth allows us to approach adversity with a different mindset, one that doesn't view hardship as a sign of defeat, but as a signal for transformation. First, it is important to realize that setbacks often arise when we are pushing ourselves beyond our comfort zone. The bigger the goal, the greater the challenge, and the more likely we are to encounter obstacles along the way. But these challenges don't mean that we're doing something wrong, they're proof that we are on the right track. Without setbacks, there would be no growth. Success is not built on a linear path of constant forward motion. It is shaped by the bumps, the bruises, and the lessons learned during times of difficulty. When we encounter setbacks, we are forced to reevaluate, to reassess, and to become more resourceful in our pursuit of success. One of the most profound aspects of setbacks is their ability to test our resilience. Resilience is not just the ability to bounce back after a fall, it's the ability to rise up after a fall with even more strength, courage, and insight than before. When we face a setback, we are given the chance to prove to ourselves that we are not defined by our failures, but by our ability to rise above them. This is where the true value of a setback lies. It forces us to confront our weaknesses, our limitations, and our fears. But in doing so, it empowers us to transform them into strengths, to push past our boundaries, and to evolve into a more capable version of ourselves. Another key aspect of setbacks is the perspective shift they encourage. When everything is going smoothly, it's easy to take success for granted and become complacent. But setbacks force us to slow down, reflect, and reconsider what we really want. They challenge us to reassess our goals, to clarify our purpose, and to ensure that we are aligned with our true aspirations. Sometimes a setback serves as a wake-up call, reminding us that we need to stay grounded, focused, and committed to our vision. Without these interruptions, we might miss the chance to reorient ourselves and make course corrections that ultimately lead to greater success. Moreover, setbacks often lead to the development of new skills and insights that we may never have acquired otherwise. The roadblocks we face force us to think creatively, to problem solve in ways we never anticipated, and to push the limits of our own knowledge and capabilities. Each setback is an opportunity to expand our toolkit, whether it's acquiring a new skill, learning to manage our emotions more effectively, or developing a deeper understanding of our industry or craft. These new abilities make us better equipped to handle future challenges and make our eventual comeback all the more powerful. The journey of overcoming setbacks is not always a quick one. There are moments of frustration, self-doubt, and exhaustion. But it is precisely through enduring these difficult times that we discover the depths of our own resilience. We learn that the pain of a setback is temporary, but the growth that comes from it is lasting. With each failure, we gain confidence in our ability to overcome the next challenge, and this confidence propels us forward toward our comeback. The longer and harder the struggle, the sweeter the victory. In many ways, setbacks also serve as reminders that we are not in control of everything. Life, by its very nature, is uncertain, and we cannot always predict or prevent the obstacles that come our way. But what we can control is how we respond. The choice is ours. Will we allow setbacks to define us and dictate our future, or will we choose to see them as stepping stones toward greater things? Every setback is an invitation to practice patience, perseverance, and self-belief. It is an opportunity to trust that, no matter how difficult the situation may seem, this moment will pass, and we will emerge stronger on the other side. Ultimately, the greatest comebacks are born out of the most significant setbacks. They are the result of resilience, perseverance, and an unwavering belief that, no matter how many times we fall, we are capable of getting back up. Setbacks may feel like roadblocks at the time, but they are simply detours guiding us toward a better version of ourselves. When we embrace the idea that every setback is a setup for a comeback, we shift our perspective from seeing obstacles as failures to viewing them as opportunities for personal and professional growth. This mindset transforms adversity into the fertile ground for our greatest achievements. Faith is often viewed as something abstract or intangible, a belief in something greater than ourselves, a trust in an unseen force, or a conviction that the future holds something good. But in its truest form, faith is not passive or abstract. It is a driving force, a source of power that compels us to act. It is the engine that propels us forward when logic and reason may suggest we should stay still. Faith fuels action in a way that transforms hope into tangible progress, turning dreams into realities and vision into achievement. At the core of faith is trust in ourselves, trust in the process, and trust in the unseen forces that guide us. But this trust doesn't exist in isolation. It requires action. Faith without action is merely a wish, a fleeting thought, a good intention without substance. Faith becomes powerful when it moves us to take deliberate, consistent action. It's the belief that even though the path may not be clear and the outcomes uncertain, the journey is worth pursuing. When we have faith, we take steps forward, often into the unknown, trusting that each step will lead us closer to our goal, even when we cannot yet see the destination. Faith fuels action by giving us the courage to face uncertainty. Life, by nature, is full of uncertainties. We cannot control the future, and we cannot always predict the outcome of our efforts. Yet, faith allows us to keep moving despite the unknown. It's the quiet inner voice that tells us, keep going. Even though you don't have all the answers, your efforts will lead to something good. This is the essence of faith in action, moving forward, without knowing exactly how things will unfold, yet trusting that each step is meaningful. It's through this leap of faith that breakthroughs often happen. Our courage to act in the face of fear, doubt, and uncertainty often creates the conditions for unexpected opportunities to arise. Furthermore, faith is a catalyst for perseverance. The journey toward our goals is rarely without obstacles. Setbacks, failures, and moments of discouragement will arise, and it's during these moments that faith is most needed. Faith reminds us that failure is not the end, but simply a part of the process. It is the belief that every setback has a lesson, and every difficulty is a step toward something greater. This belief in the eventual outcome, even when it seems far off, is what keeps us going. It pushes us to rise after we fall, to try again after we fail, and to keep moving forward when everything around us seems to be telling us to quit. When faith fuels our action, we learn that perseverance is not about blindly pushing through hardship. It's about trusting the process, knowing that each effort brings us closer to success. Faith also fuels action by igniting passion and purpose. When we believe in something, when we have a deep faith in a cause, a goal, or a vision, it stirs within us a sense of purpose that motivates us to work tirelessly toward it. Faith in our vision gives us the energy to pursue our dreams with intensity and focus. It's the belief that our actions matter, that our contributions can make a difference, and that the work we're doing is aligned with a higher purpose. This sense of purpose makes the work meaningful, even when it's difficult or tedious. Faith in the bigger picture keeps us from becoming bogged down by the small, day-to-day challenges, reminding us that the outcome is worth the effort. The relationship between faith and action is symbiotic. Faith inspires action, but action, in turn, strengthens faith. When we take action, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, we begin to see results. These results, whether positive or negative, become proof that our faith is not misplaced. Each step forward, each challenge overcome, reinforces our belief in the process and in our ability to succeed. In this way, action becomes a feedback loop that strengthens our faith, which in turn drives us to take more action. The more we act in faith, the more we believe in our own capabilities, and the more empowered we feel to continue pursuing our goals. Faith also has the power to transform obstacles into opportunities. When we act with faith, we approach challenges not as insurmountable roadblocks, but as stepping stones. We begin to see every difficulty as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to refine our approach. Faith allows us to reframe challenges not as failures or setbacks, but as necessary parts of the process that will eventually lead us to greater success. With faith as our foundation, we approach life with a sense of possibility, rather than fear, knowing that every experience is contributing to our growth. In essence, faith is the spark that lights the fire of action. It gives us the belief, the courage, and the energy to take steps toward our goals, even when the way is unclear. Faith fuels the persistence needed to overcome obstacles, the passion that sustains long-term effort, and the trust that ensures we continue moving forward, even in the face of uncertainty. When we combine faith with action, we unlock our true potential, making the impossible seem possible, and the future a reflection of our deepest beliefs. Life is full of challenges. Some are small, fleeting obstacles, while others feel monumental, testing our limits in ways we never imagined. In the face of adversity, it's easy to view these challenges as burdens or setbacks, as interruptions to our plans or sources of frustration. But what if we began to see these challenges differently, not as roadblocks, but as signs of our personal and professional growth? What if challenges are not only inevitable, but essential to our evolution as individuals? The truth is, challenges are not the enemy, they are the very forces that shape us into who we are meant to become. Every time we face something difficult, we are presented with an opportunity to grow. Growth is never comfortable, and it rarely happens without some degree of difficulty. In fact, growth is often the direct result of pushing through adversity. It's in the moments when things are tough that we discover new strengths within ourselves, develop new skills, and gain deeper insights into who we are and what we are truly capable of. One of the key ways that challenges promote growth is by expanding our comfort zones. Our natural instinct is to avoid discomfort. We seek comfort, security, and ease because they feel safe. But it's only when we step outside of that comfort zone that we can begin to stretch and develop. Challenges force us to confront the unknown, to deal with uncertainty, and to find creative solutions to problems. Without challenges, we would remain stagnant, trapped in the same patterns and routines, never testing the limits of our potential. It is through confronting challenges that we learn to embrace discomfort, to become adaptable, and to grow in ways we never thought possible. In addition to expanding our comfort zones, challenges provide valuable lessons. Often we face difficulties that seem unfair or overwhelming at first. However, when we look back on these moments after having navigated them, we realize that they have taught us something important. Perhaps we learned how to manage our time more effectively, or we discovered new ways to collaborate with others. Maybe we developed a greater sense of patience, perseverance, or resilience. No challenge is wasted if we are willing to learn from it. Every obstacle we face, every setback we encounter, offers us a lesson that we can carry forward into future endeavors. It is these lessons that shape our character and provide the wisdom needed to overcome future challenges with greater ease. Moreover, challenges build resilience, a critical aspect of personal growth. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to recover and keep moving forward despite setbacks. It is not something that comes naturally, it must be developed over time. Challenges give us the opportunity to cultivate resilience by forcing us to face difficulties head-on and persist in the face of adversity. When we experience hardship, we learn that we are capable of handling far more than we initially thought. Each time we push through a difficult situation, we prove to ourselves that we can handle even bigger challenges in the future. Over time, our resilience becomes stronger, and we develop a greater sense of self-confidence and determination. Challenges also teach us the importance of patience and persistence. In a world that often values quick results and instant gratification, it's easy to forget that growth takes time. Real progress rarely happens overnight, and most achievements require consistent effort over an extended period. Challenges remind us of this truth. They force us to slow down, to focus on the process rather than the outcome, and to remain committed to our goals even when the going gets tough. The process of working through a challenge, no matter how long it takes, is often more important than the end result. It is during this process that we build the discipline, the skills, and the mindset necessary to succeed in the long term. In addition to the internal growth that challenges foster, they also enhance our ability to connect with others. When we face challenges, we often need support from those around us. Whether it's asking for advice, seeking encouragement, or working with a team to overcome an obstacle, challenges remind us that we don't have to face difficulties alone. In fact, the collaborative nature of overcoming challenges is often what makes the experience so transformative. It strengthens relationships, fosters empathy, and deepens our understanding of others. When we work together to overcome a challenge, we build a sense of community and shared purpose that enhances our growth and makes the journey that much more rewarding. Furthermore, challenges help us develop a growth mindset, the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work and dedication. When we face challenges, we are forced to adopt a mindset that sees failure not as something to avoid, but as something to learn from. A growth mindset allows us to embrace difficulties with optimism, knowing that each challenge presents an opportunity to improve and grow. Instead of being discouraged by setbacks, we approach them as chances to practice new skills, refine our strategies, and develop our potential. Finally, challenges serve as markers of progress. The more challenges we face and overcome, the further we move along on our journey of personal growth. As we grow, we encounter more complex and demanding challenges, but this only serves to indicate how far we've come. The challenges that once seemed insurmountable become easier to navigate as we build our strength, knowledge, and experience. Each challenge is not just a test of our abilities, it is a celebration of how much we have learned and how much we have grown. Challenges are not the things that hinder us, they are the very things that propel us forward. They push us beyond our limits, force us to develop new skills, and ultimately shape us into the individuals we are meant to be. Instead of fearing challenges, we should embrace them, for they are the proof of our growth. It is through challenges that we evolve, that we unlock our true potential, and that we become the best versions of ourselves. Success in any field is rarely achieved overnight. It is the result of consistent effort, persistence, and resilience over time. In the face of challenges, doubts, and setbacks, many people are tempted to quit, convinced that they are not cut out for success, or that the obstacles in their path are insurmountable. However, those who ultimately achieve their goals are not necessarily the ones who are the most talented or the luckiest. They are often the ones who simply stay in the game long enough. The key to success lies not in quitting at the first sign of difficulty, but in continuing to show up, even when the odds are stacked against you, and even when success seems far away. Staying in the game long enough means having the perseverance to keep going, no matter how tough things get. Life is filled with ups and downs, and the road to success is rarely a straight line. There will be moments when you face disappointment, rejection, and failure, but these are not indicators that you should quit. Rather, they are part of the process. Every setback you encounter is a lesson, an opportunity to learn and grow. The only way to truly fail is to give up and walk away. It is when you stay in the game long enough that you begin to learn how to navigate these challenges, refine your approach, and adjust your strategy. Each time you overcome a difficulty, you gain the experience and knowledge needed to keep moving forward with greater wisdom and resilience. When you stay in the game long enough, you also begin to develop a deeper understanding of yourself. Success is not just about achieving a specific goal. It's about evolving and becoming the person who is capable of achieving that goal. The process of staying in the game forces you to confront your weaknesses, face your fears, and build your inner strength. Along the way, you may discover parts of yourself that you didn't know existed, the quiet resilience that surfaces when you feel like giving up, the creativity that emerges when you are backed into a corner, and the determination that propels you through adversity. Success is as much about personal growth as it is about the tangible results you achieve. When you stay in the game, you are constantly evolving, becoming stronger, more capable, and more prepared for the opportunities that lie ahead. Another key aspect of staying in the game long enough is the cumulative effect of consistent effort. Many people expect results to come quickly, and when they don't, they get discouraged. What they fail to realize is that every effort, no matter how small, contributes to their progress. The process of staying in the game is like stacking bricks. Each action, no matter how seemingly insignificant, builds upon the last. Over time, these small, consistent efforts compound into something much greater. It's easy to overlook the progress you're making day by day, especially when the results aren't immediately visible. But it is only through persistent action that you build momentum. Every small step you take is a step closer to your goal. And the longer you stay in the game, the more you increase your chances of success. In addition to the personal growth and cumulative effort, staying in the game long enough also allows you to build resilience to external circumstances. The world around you will change, markets will fluctuate, people will come and go, and challenges will evolve. If you quit every time you encounter external pressure, you will never gain the ability to adapt. But when you continue to push forward, even in the face of shifting conditions, you develop a deeper sense of resilience. Staying in the game teaches you to be adaptable, to stay grounded in your vision, and to find new ways of approaching challenges when the old strategies no longer work. It's in the face of adversity that we discover how resourceful we can be. By staying in the game long enough, you become better equipped to handle whatever comes your way. Another powerful reason to stay in the game is that success often requires more time and effort than we anticipate. In our fast-paced world, where instant gratification is common, we can easily forget that real success takes time. The best things in life rarely come quickly, and those who achieve lasting success are the ones who understand the value of time and effort. When you stay in the game, you are making a commitment to yourself that you are willing to put in the work, regardless of how long it takes. This commitment separates the dreamers from the achievers. While others may give up after a few months, discouraged by a lack of progress, those who stay in the game for the long haul build something far more valuable, the ability to endure and persist until their vision becomes a reality. Staying in the game also opens the door to opportunities that would otherwise pass you by. Often when people quit, they walk away from opportunities that are just around the corner. Success does not always happen when you expect it. Sometimes it's the result of being in the right place at the right time. By staying in the game long enough, you increase your chances of encountering these opportunities. It's when you least expect it that breakthroughs often occur, whether it's meeting the right person, discovering a new approach, or seeing your hard work finally pay off. If you quit before reaching that point, you miss out on the potential rewards of your perseverance. Ultimately, the secret to success is simple: stay in the game long enough to give yourself the chance to succeed. Success is not about avoiding failure, but about continuing to push forward even in the face of it. The more you persist, the more you will learn, the more you will grow, and the closer you will get to your goals. Staying in the game long enough is not just about the destination, it's about the person you become along the way. So when things get tough, when you feel like quitting, Remember that the key to success is to stay in the game just a little bit longer. You never know when your breakthrough will come, but you can be sure it will come if you don't quit. Visualization is a powerful tool, one that transcends mere daydreaming or wishful thinking. It is the process of mentally rehearsing your success, of vividly imagining yourself achieving your goals, and of seeing victory long before it manifests in the physical world. While many people focus on the practical steps they must take to succeed, visualization adds an essential layer to this process, the mental preparation that sets the stage for success. When you visualize victory, you are not just imagining the end result, you are actively training your mind and spirit to align with your deepest desires, creating a mental blueprint that helps bring your vision to life. At its core, visualization taps into the mind-body connection, recognizing that what we hold in our minds often reflects in our reality. The human mind does not differentiate between real and vividly imagined experiences. When you visualize yourself succeeding, your mind responds as though it has already happened, preparing you physically and mentally to take the actions necessary to make that vision a reality. Through consistent and intentional visualization, you can program your subconscious mind to believe in your success, allowing you to overcome self-doubt, fear, and hesitation. One of the most profound aspects of visualization is its ability to create a sense of certainty. Often the journey toward our goals is filled with uncertainty, and it's easy to become distracted by doubts and fears. However, when you vividly imagine yourself reaching the finish line, you begin to create a sense of certainty about your success. This certainty fuels your confidence and conviction, allowing you to move forward with unwavering determination. Visualization allows you to see yourself succeeding, and as you do, the path to success becomes clearer. The more you visualize, the more your mind becomes conditioned to seek out opportunities, to overcome obstacles, and to stay focused on the goal, even when challenges arise. In addition to boosting confidence, visualization can also enhance focus and clarity. When you picture yourself achieving your goals, you are not only imagining the outcome but also the steps it takes to get there. This mental rehearsal helps you focus on the process, reinforcing the actions, habits, and behaviors that will lead you to success. By visualizing the journey as well as the destination, you create a roadmap in your mind, providing you with a clear sense of direction. This clarity allows you to approach your tasks with greater purpose and intention, helping you stay on track and remain committed to the steps that are necessary for achieving your goal. Another powerful aspect of visualization is its ability to reduce anxiety and stress. The fear of failure or the overwhelming pressure of achieving something great can often create a sense of paralysis. When you visualize victory, however, you are mentally preparing yourself to face those fears head-on. Visualization allows you to imagine yourself succeeding despite the fear, doubt, and challenges that may come your way. By repeatedly envisioning your success, you begin to associate positive emotions with your goal rather than fear or anxiety. This positive mental association creates a sense of calm, helping you approach challenges with confidence and clarity, rather than being overwhelmed by the potential obstacles that lie ahead. Visualization also helps to build emotional resilience. The road to success is rarely linear, and it's likely that you will encounter setbacks, disappointments, and failures along the way. However, visualization trains your mind to stay focused on the desired outcome, even when things don't go according to plan. By mentally rehearsing your success, you create an emotional anchor that helps you stay grounded during difficult times. This emotional resilience enables you to bounce back quickly after setbacks, knowing that every challenge is a stepping stone toward the eventual realization of your vision. Furthermore, visualization can enhance motivation. When you vividly picture yourself achieving your dreams, you feel an intense surge of excitement, energy, and passion. This emotional connection to your goals serves as a powerful motivator, inspiring you to take consistent action toward your desired outcome. By visualizing victory, you tap into a deep well of motivation that propels you forward, even when motivation may seem to wane. Your mind begins to associate the process of working toward your goals with the positive emotions and fulfillment that you experience when you imagine yourself succeeding. This powerful emotional connection drives you to continue putting in the effort, even when it feels challenging or tiring. Visualization also plays a key role in strengthening belief in yourself and your abilities. Often we are our own biggest obstacles. Negative self-talk, limiting beliefs, and a lack of self-confidence can hinder our progress and prevent us from reaching our full potential. Visualization allows you to reprogram your mindset, shifting your focus from doubt and insecurity to belief and possibility. When you visualize yourself succeeding, you begin to see yourself as someone who is capable, strong, and deserving of success. This shift in mindset strengthens your belief in your abilities, helping you approach challenges with a sense of self-assurance. In addition, visualization can help you break through mental barriers. It has been shown that the brain is highly adaptable, capable of forming new neural pathways and connections based on our experiences and thoughts. When you repeatedly visualize your success, you create new mental patterns that reinforce your desired outcome. These new neural pathways strengthen your mindset and increase your ability to overcome obstacles and face challenges with a solution-oriented mindset. Visualization, in this sense, helps you break through mental limitations and expand your belief in what is possible. Lastly, visualization serves as a source of inspiration. When you picture your success, you tap into the deeper, intrinsic motivations that drive you to pursue your goals in the first place. Whether it's the desire to help others, to live a life of freedom, or to make a meaningful impact in the world, visualization connects you to the core reasons why you are striving toward your goals. This connection to your deeper purpose provides you with a steady source of inspiration and passion, helping you stay focused and motivated, even when the journey becomes difficult. Visualization is not just a mental exercise, it is a transformative tool that shapes the way you approach your goals, challenges, and dreams. When you visualize victory, you are aligning your mind, body, and spirit with your vision, creating a powerful force that propels you toward success. By consistently picturing yourself succeeding, you build the confidence, clarity, emotional resilience, and motivation needed to turn your dreams into reality. The more vividly you see yourself achieving your goals, the more likely you are to bring that vision to life. In our pursuit of larger goals, it's easy to become fixated on the destination, the big picture, or the grand achievement that lies ahead. We often believe that success is only valid when we've reached that final milestone, that moment when we can look back and say, "I made it." While reaching significant goals is undeniably rewarding, focusing solely on the end result can overshadow an essential aspect of the journey, the small wins along the way. These small wins are often underestimated, but they are powerful markers of progress, and celebrating them is crucial for maintaining momentum, motivation, and a positive mindset. Small wins are the incremental steps that, when added together, lead to substantial progress. They may seem insignificant at first glance, but they are the building blocks of larger achievements. Every time you complete a task, no matter how small it may seem, you are one step closer to your ultimate goal. Celebrating these wins helps you to recognize that you are making progress, which can fuel your enthusiasm and drive. In the pursuit of any goal, especially long-term ones, it's easy to get discouraged by the time it takes to achieve your vision. But when you take the time to celebrate small wins, you remind yourself that each step forward counts, and that the journey is just as important as the destination. By celebrating small wins, you also cultivate a sense of gratitude. Often we are so focused on what we don't have or what we haven't yet achieved that we forget to appreciate how far we've come. Small wins are a reminder of the hard work, effort, and perseverance we've already put in. They allow us to reflect on the progress we've made, and this reflection fosters a deep sense of gratitude. When you celebrate small wins, you are acknowledging your growth and the positive steps you've taken toward your larger vision. This practice of gratitude shifts your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance, helping you stay motivated and engaged in the process. Celebrating small wins is also an important way to build momentum. Every time you acknowledge a small victory, you create positive reinforcement that propels you forward. Success begets success, and the more you celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small, the more momentum you generate. Momentum is a powerful force that keeps you moving when things get tough, and helps you stay focused on the task at hand. Each small win gives you the energy and confidence to keep pushing forward, even when challenges arise. Without this momentum, it's easy to become stagnant or lose sight of your goals. By celebrating small wins, you create a cycle of positive energy that fuels your continued progress. In addition to building momentum, celebrating small wins also helps to maintain a sense of joy in the process that the pursuit of big goals can be demanding. And it's easy to become overwhelmed by the enormity of what lies ahead. But when you take the time to celebrate the small victories, you shift your focus from the pressure of achieving the ultimate goal to the pleasure of making progress. This shift in perspective allows you to enjoy the journey, even when the path seems long or difficult. It reminds you that success is not just about the final outcome, but also about the growth, learning, and fulfillment that come from each step forward. When you celebrate small wins, you infuse your journey with positivity, joy, and gratitude, making the process more enjoyable and meaningful. Another significant benefit of celebrating small wins is the boost it gives to your self-confidence and self-esteem. Often we can be our harshest critics, focusing on our shortcomings and failures rather than recognizing our accomplishments. Celebrating small wins provides an opportunity to acknowledge your strengths, capabilities, and progress. Each time you celebrate a small victory, you reinforce your belief in your ability to succeed. This boost in confidence is crucial for overcoming obstacles and pushing through self-doubt. When you recognize your small wins, you remind yourself that you are capable, that you are making progress, and that you are worthy of achieving your bigger goals. Over time, this positive reinforcement builds a stronger sense of self-assurance, making it easier to tackle future challenges. Moreover, celebrating small wins helps to foster a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and potential can be developed through effort and perseverance. When you celebrate small wins, you reinforce the idea that progress is not about innate talent, but about consistent effort. Each small victory is a testament to your dedication, resilience, and ability to learn from your experiences. This mindset encourages you to view challenges as opportunities for growth, rather than obstacles to success. By celebrating the small wins along the way, you remind yourself that the process of learning and growing is just as valuable as the final result. Celebrating small wins also creates a sense of fulfillment. Too often we place all of our focus on the big goal, thinking that only the completion of that goal will bring us happiness or satisfaction. However, happiness and fulfillment come from the journey itself, not just the destination. Small wins give you a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment along the way, helping to satisfy your desire for progress and achievement. When you recognize and celebrate these wins, you create a sense of satisfaction in the present moment, rather than postponing your happiness until the future. This shift in perspective allows you to find joy in the process, making the pursuit of your goals more rewarding and meaningful. Additionally, celebrating small wins helps to build resilience. Achieving any significant goal requires perseverance, and perseverance often involves overcoming obstacles, setbacks, and failures. By celebrating small wins, you create a buffer against the discouragement that comes with these challenges. Small wins act as a reminder that even when things aren't going according to plan, you are still making progress. This reinforces your ability to bounce back after setbacks, learn from your experiences, and keep moving forward. Celebrating small wins helps you stay resilient, enabling you to navigate challenges with a positive mindset and a sense of purpose. Finally, celebrating small wins is a way of honoring the effort and dedication you have put into your journey. Success is not just about achieving goals, it's about the hard work, discipline, and commitment that go into reaching those goals. By celebrating small wins, you acknowledge the time and effort you've invested, recognizing that each step forward is a victory in itself. This practice of self-recognition fuels your motivation to continue striving, and it helps you remain connected to your purpose and passion throughout the journey. In the pursuit of any goal, it's essential to celebrate the small wins along the way. These victories, though seemingly minor, are the stepping stones to greater achievements. They keep you motivated, focused, and grounded in the present moment. By celebrating small wins, you acknowledge your progress, build momentum, and cultivate the confidence and resilience needed to keep moving forward. Success is not just about the destination, it's about appreciating and celebrating each step of the journey. As we stand at the crossroads of our goals and dreams, it's easy to become consumed by the idea that success is only meaningful once we've reached the final destination. However, as we've explored today, the true essence of success lies not in the grand finish line, but in every step we take along the way. Every small victory, every setback, every moment of doubt and triumph all contribute to the journey. You are not defined by where you are in the process, but by the persistence with which you keep moving forward. To win, you must adopt the mindset that success is a continuous evolution, a series of incremental changes, and that every day holds the potential for growth. You must trust in your abilities and the power of staying in the game long enough to witness your breakthrough. Visualizing your victory helps you align with your desires, reinforcing your belief in what's possible. And through it all, remember that celebrating each small win is crucial. It fuels your motivation, builds your confidence, and nurtures your resilience to keep pressing forward. The path to success isn't about avoiding failure or finding shortcuts. It's about embracing the process, learning from every challenge, and continuing to show up with determination and purpose. You are going to win, but the key is to stay committed to the journey and recognize that each moment of progress, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. Keep moving forward, celebrate every win, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be on your way to realizing your dreams. The greatest victories come not when we reach the destination, but when we are willing to keep going, even when the road is long and uncertain. And in doing so, you will ultimately find that the journey itself was the greatest triumph of all.